Hey babes, welcome back. Today's Amazon Sunday Scroll video. We have got my most repurchased items that I am sharing with you guys. Now, usually in my Sunday Scroll videos, I like to do like a featured product of the week or a product fail, but with what this video's theme is, I actually don't have either of those. So everything will be numbered up on screen, and then I will have the direct link to each item in the description bar and comment section. So you're not gonna have to scroll and search for it on an Amazon storefront. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you're new here, and we will get started with product number one that I have repurchased 33 times. And to be honest, I'm surprised it's not more, but they did pull it off of Amazon temporarily for a while, so that could be why. But this is the NeoCell Liquid Collagen, and I have been taking this since I was like very newly postpartum with Ezra when I started losing my hair. And everyone was like, oh, you can stop postpartum hair loss if you do this or you do that. And my doctor was like, that's a myth. Nothing can stop postpartum hair loss. Some people experience it worse than others. Some people don't, get it until they're done breastfeeding. It was different for both of my kids and both postpartum experiences. But one thing was true about this. Even when I was losing that hair and I was losing chunks, I was still promoting growth in the meantime. So I really was able to not have bald spots for as long as possible, which is what got me hooked on this. But it also made my hair grow like a weed. And I feel like liquid collagen is just so good for your skin and nails as well. So why not? This being liquid and in a dark glass bottle, you just keep it in your fridge, take 1 tablespoon every morning before you eat or drink anything else. Do not add it to your coffee because it is a pomegranate flavor that is disgusting. It does not taste bad. Just take a quick tablespoon of it and be done with it. And I'm telling you, you will see a difference. I mean, and the fact that I've literally repurchased it 33 times should tell you how much I love it. Product number 2 is actually purchased on Amazon solely from a convenience factor. I shave my armpits every single day because I just cannot stand the feeling of little stubble on my underarms. It makes me insane. And my husband and I actually use the same razor. So we have, of course, different razors, but we go through the razor blades. Honestly, it seems like twice as fast. So I purchased this little 2-pack. It's 4 blades to a pack on Amazon simply because I cannot stand going to the grocery store and having to click the button that 9 times out of 10 doesn't work to call an associate. They end up not coming. I have to walk around, find an associate, get them to unlock the thing. It's just a whole thing. So I actually think that these are 25 cents more on Amazon than our local store has them for, but to me it's worth it to not have to chase down a sales associate for it. These garbage disposal cleaners have been purchased 8 times. And I think they're either a 3-pack or a 6-pack. I love these. I don't use them every week. I feel like I was using them a ton. Every Sunday I would use these when we first moved into this home. That was my first time with a garbage disposal. Now I would say I use them maybe once a month, once every other week, just whenever it needs it. I do use them more frequently during the summertime though, when we are more prone to any kind of bugs, especially gnats, just where we live and in general, we're very prone to those around here. And so I use this just to make sure the garbage disposal is as fresh as possible to help maybe keep them away. So I do like this. I think it smells really good. So yeah, it is not just a smell good factor. It is also a cleaning factor, and bugs hate this. So it's kind of a great one-stop shop, which is why it's been repurchased so many times. So product number 4, it's kind of confusing. So I have repurchased this 7 times. However, it's not because it's always needed to be repurchased. And I actually have 2 phones. So I have a work phone that I film all of my vlogs. I do all my emails, everything on here. And then I have my personal phone. I just found I was missing so much content, and then even pictures that I just have of my kids. It was all just too messy in the Photos app. So I have 2 phones, which is partially why I have purchased 7 of these phone cases. But I love the Burga phone cases so much. I think they're so fun and so cute. This one has little lemons on it, and then I did add an Octobuddy. I will also put this in the description bar under number 4 as well, so you don't have to search too hard for it. And then I have this one that is just a pink gingham. They have so many good different case colors and styles, and so I like to kind of change out my cases just frequently. But yeah, also having 2 phones, having a work phone and a regular phone, that's why I've repurchased it 7 times. It's a really great case and they don't crack. I change mine out a lot, but I probably won't have another case brand on my phone ever, because Burga is that good. Like I really struggle with the dropsies and I'm rough and tough on my phones, and those cases just do not crack. Originally, I purchased this for my boys, but now I actually get it for me. So these are lavender like bubble pods basically for the bathtub, and they have like lavender essential oils. And one thing that we really did love is that they helped a ton with Roman when he had like baby eczema. He doesn't struggle with it as much now. And then my sister actually found some like cool like blue bubble water stuff, and like, you know, sometimes the bubbles will be green and sometimes they'll be orange. So I'm like, oh well, then mama will just use all the lavender pods, because they make my skin so soft. They smell so good. The bubbles wash out easily and don't leave a residue on the bathtub, which is huge. And then they do come in just like a resealable little bag. So I really like these. I believe they're like fully biodegradable. They're like made with cleaner ingredients. But yeah, for me, it was just like we started getting these because they helped with Roman's eczema, but yeah, now mom loves them for bubble baths. No shame in that. Now, the next one I actually have repurchased 6 times, because when I tell you I drop my phone, it's more or less like it seems as if I chuck my phone across the room, and I don't. I don't know how I manage to always drop my phone with such force, or like Roman will throw it, but it happens a lot. And I have to have a screen protector on my phone, but I also have like a little bit of OCD. So if I have the tiniest crack, I have to replace the whole screen. It bothers me so much. So I have repurchased these a decent number of times because I'm super rough on my phone, but I think they're pretty high quality. You do have to make sure you get the specific brand that is for your phone. Like if you have an iPhone like 15, you can't just get the iPhone 15 Pro Max screen protector. It has to be the right style. So just make sure that you know what kind of phone you have. I get mine mixed up all the time. And again, I have like one on each of my work phones, you know, and then personal phones. But yeah, I've repurchased this 6 times just because any tiny crack, it's got to go. And then number 7, I actually have repurchased 6 times because we have 2 of them for ourselves and then 2 for each boy. So these duvet inserts are truthfully some of my favorite. 1, because it's a really good price. 2, it is a down alternative. 3, incredibly fluffy. 4, washes and dries like a dream. I cannot stand, like, especially when it comes to down. I have had down inserts before and I hated them, but they were such a pain to wash and dry. And I've had down alternative that are pains to wash and dry, but it has to be able to be washed and dried in this house, especially with little kids. So we loved our duvets so much that when the boys both got their big beds, we got them that same kind. And then we like to have a backup just in case they have accidents or get them dirty or whatever. So that is why it's been repurchased 6 times. But to be honest, we've had ours for, I mean, so long at this point that it's honestly a little insane. So that itself won't need to be replaced. It's just we are very diehard for this brand. I have repurchased the Let Me Sleep gummies 5 times. Now, they did put me on their PR list, and so I have been getting some on my own, like from the brand. But I will say, like, I like the convenience factor of being able to buy these on Amazon. I think you can get them at, no, I know you can get them at Target. You can't get them from their website, but Amazon has spoiled us. You get the 2-day shipping. And so a lot of times I'll be late at night and I'll be like, oh gosh, I'm like, you know, almost out of mine and I'm not going to be running to Target this week. And I don't want to run to Target just for that. So I'll just add it to my Amazon cart and buy it. These are the best things. I'm telling you, I drink decaf green tea. I take my sleep gummies. I wait about 30 minutes and then it's like all of a sudden I'm just like this in bed. I'll get up and I'll be like brushing my teeth and I'll be like, they knock me out. And I love them because they have melatonin and magnesium in them, not too much of either. So just amazing sleep every time. The next product I have repurchased 4 times, and they're the Starbucks Nespresso pods. I really like these. I will actually make my protein coffee with these. And I've tried a few different kinds. I don't have a super big opinion about the Nespresso pods. I just do find that more often than not, I do prefer the Starbucks kind. So this particular flavor, like the blonde espresso roast, I think is what it's called. That is the one that we have repurchased and really like. Now, number 10, these mosquito repellent bracelets I have mentioned a million times, and they do come in a 25 pack. I will say, especially now that it's warmer out, we go through these very, very fast. The boys have a tendency to kind of play with theirs and break them when we go outside. So that is why I have repurchased these 4 times despite them being a 25 pack. But I am really good about sticking mine back into their little resealable bags, so my bracelets last a little bit longer. Whenever we had a lot of rain a couple weeks ago, I literally went on my evening walks and I put one on each wrist and one on each ankle because I was like, mosquitoes, get away from me. And I did not get bit one time, and that just does not happen. And if I forget to wear these and I walk to my parents' house and then come back, I could be outside for 3 minutes, I will get 7 bites. I am not even kidding. These are magic. The mosquitoes do not like them, but they are natural, they're essential oils, and they smell good. So I use these with me, I use these on my kids. They are a complete win. I will never stop using these. I'll never stop talking about them because they work so well, and you're not having to spray like gross sticky bug spray on yourself. The Marie eye gels, I have also been sent some of these from the brand, which is why they've only been repurchased 4 times by me. But truthfully, like, I love these so freaking much. And I believe I bought them like twice before the brand even put me on their PR list. So these are just the best. In the morning, if you have like bags or dark circles, you just put these on, and I swear it's like you can feel yourself not only waking up, but they just help so much with puffiness. I notice a major difference in how my makeup looks and feels on my skin on the mornings that I wear these versus the mornings that I don't. They're made with marine collagen. They're also glittery, so they're super cute and fun. But yeah, definitely a must-have if you are someone who struggles to wake up in the morning. Product number 12 is the different 5%. I struggle to find the 5% at my stores. Oftentimes Target does have it, but I don't always find myself at Target. Like, our Target is still about 20 minutes away. The super Target that I prefer to go to is 20 minutes away. So yeah, a lot of times I'll just like buy this as a convenience factor, but I've mentioned this so many times because, one, it doesn't upset my rosacea. It is amazing for bacterial acne. I have said this every time I mention it. I have had acne for 30 years, and it wasn't until I went to the med spa earlier this year and really started talking about my skin with them that they were like, you have bacterial acne. And you guys, I've had 4,000,001 conversations with my dermatologist about my acne in the past, and never once has she mentioned that. I didn't even know that was like a specific thing. She always just was like, Accutane, Accutane, Accutane. And I was like, I don't want to do that. There's got to be something else. And she was like, there is nothing else. And the ladies at the med spa were like, you have bacterial acne. Like, just treat it if it's a bacteria. So when I started using the different 5%, I just put it on my face like after I go to the gym. I don't use it every day, but the 3 times a week I go to the gym, I'll put it on my face, let it sit for like 10 seconds, wash it off, and I basically don't have acne anymore. Like, I just don't struggle with it like I used to, and it's solely because of this. Number 13 is the different 10%. Now, I cannot use this. It is too strong on me, but my husband actually really likes this. He would struggle with like back knee, especially once he started running. It didn't matter how much he scrubbed, he was still getting back knee. And as soon as he started using this, it completely went away. The 10% is easier to find in store. They always have it at the super Target that I shop at now. So if I know I'm going there, I won't buy it on Amazon, but I will just be honest, a lot of times, again, it's a convenience thing. He'll like late at night be like, hey, I'm almost out of this. And I'll be like, let me just add it to the Amazon order. These aloe wipes I have repurchased 3 times. I love these because they are softening. They are also essential oils, but they actually disinfect your hands while not drying them out. So I just like that, especially for the kids, because I feel like, one, I could either use a baby wipe and then use Germ-X, and the Germ-X is still gonna dry their hands out, or 2, I can just use Germ-X and their hands are probably still sticky. So this is kind of the best of both worlds. I do get these and like travel with extra whenever I am traveling because they're just so good. So three packs of these, and I've talked about them so many times. You guys know this is no secret. The Medicube PDRN mask is a recent fave, but I just repurchased my 3rd bottle because I actually wanted to give it to someone to try. Like, that's how much I love it, that I myself have bought 2 of these, and I bought another one to give to a friend because I'm like, you have to try this. You don't trust me. You keep just saying, oh, you know, I'll get to it eventually. And I'm like, no, I'm here. Here you go. Thank me later. You're gonna love this. The other thing I have repurchased 3 times is the Skin Smart spray. Now, this is an antimicrobial spray that also helps with that bacterial acne, but the reason I have repurchased this 3 times, well, 1, the bottle lasts forever. So I've actually only been through completely from start to finish 1 bottle, and then I repurchased it that 2nd time, and that's the one that I'm on now. But I got a separate bottle to keep with our first aid stuff because I swear to you, whenever I use this on things, it heals at lightning speed. Like even, I wouldn't say I'm someone who heals pretty slow. Like I heal pretty fast, but this just makes it even faster. And the boys, it's so easy to not be like, stop. Let's go inside and scrub your knee down right now, because I don't want to put alcohol on their cuts and scrapes and bruises, but I do want to treat them, especially if they're outside, because that's just gross. So I can take this, spray, 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 really get it soaked, know that it is clean, and then at a later date, we will, you know, as soon as we come inside, we'll clean it up. But I'm telling you, by the time, like it has happened only a handful of times, the boys will scrape up their knee, I'll spray it, and then by the time we get inside, it already looks significantly less inflamed and red and angry. And like as I'm washing it, I'm like, this already looks good just because of this spray. I'm telling you, it's magic. But the fact that it also helps keep acne away is just the biggest cherry on top of the perfect sundae. Number 17 is actually Thorn Creatine, and this is going to last you a long time, but now both Sam and I are taking this. So I did have to repurchase our second tub. I have not been as good and consistent with this the past couple weeks because I've just been so scatterbrained, and I have noticed a significant difference in how I'm healing. I'm noticing a lot more like popping and irritating joints and stuff at the gym, but also whenever I take the Thorn Creatine, I notice that like I am just not as sore the next day. So truly, it is one of those things, you have to try it to see how much it works. I don't notice any excess water that I'm retaining. I don't notice any weird hair growth. I don't notice any weird hair loss. I was concerned about those two things, which is why I did not take it. But my parents were like, Moriah, you need to be taking creatine. Please stop. And no crazy weird side effects, but I will say, like, for sure, going to the gym, doing something hardcore, and then waking up the next day and not being in like debilitating pain because you're so sore from your muscles hurting is an absolute game changer. I feel like I'm just healing faster. So I got Sam on it, and now we are flying through it. And then the final one, actually, I have repurchased on Amazon because for some reason, so again, it's all just like kind of location based. Our Target, our super Target, does have an Ulta inside of it. They have a Loving Tan in that Ulta in Target, but they don't carry this particular self tanner. And if I want to get this from store, I have to go to the actual Ulta, and that's either on Wade Hampton or in Spartanburg, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I get this off of Amazon. In my opinion, if you're going to use a 2-hour self tanner from Loving Tan, I feel like this one just definitely the payoff is a little bit better. So I have it written down. It's the 2-hour express self tanner in like the platinum or like maximum. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have this one particular one, because they have like a ton of Loving Tan products at our like super Target Ulta, but not this one, and this one's my fave. So that is why I have started to repurchase it on Amazon. And that is it for this video. Let me know if you guys have anything from Amazon that you want to see in the coming weeks for Sunday Scroll. We have, I can't believe I'm even saying this, just a few more weeks until we really do start kind of getting into holiday content in like early mid-October. So if there's anything you want to see, just let me know. I love a good themed Amazon video. So thank you guys for watching. Click the subscribe button if you're new here, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.